What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be comparing different Amazon product research tools to my actual product numbers to see which is the most accurate. So as someone who's been selling on Amazon for a while, I've used a variety of different Amazon tools. I've used Jungle Scout, Viral Launch, AMZ Scout, Unicorn Smasher, you name it. I've probably tried the tool out and used it, and I have a couple favorites, and I'm going to be testing all of those to my actual product number. So whatever, I'm going to test 4 of products I have that are all in different categories and see which tool is the most accurate. Now, the tools I'm going to be testing are AMZ Scout, Viral Launch, Jungle Scout, and then Unicorn Smasher. So all of these are paid tools except for Unicorn Smasher. That is the free one. So by default, I'm guessing that is going to be the least accurate. The other ones I think are all going to be pretty close to each other. So let's check on these products and see the actual numbers. So these are all in different categories. I pulled up all the numbers the exact same time at the same day. So these are all within 5 minutes of each other. So these numbers should not change. So let's jump into this. All right, guys. So the first product I'm going to be testing mine is in the home category. So one thing to keep in mind before we jump into this all the way is the way these tools work, or the majority of them, is they go off of bestseller rank on Amazon. So bestseller rank works in different categories and subcategories, but usually just the main categories. So if you're the number one bestseller, you're selling the most in that category. So the way most of these tools work is they reverse engineered that for each category to know which products sell at a certain amount. So if you're bestseller rank 2000, you should be selling at X amount. And that's usually how these tools work, and they have algorithms based off that. But it is different in each and every category and subcategory, and it's pretty much forever changing. So let's see how accurate these really are. Some might be more accurate in certain categories, some might be more accurate in others. So the first product is in the home category. This product that I have, my sales for the last 30 days are 509. So I sold 509 units of this product for the last 30 days. Now, I pulled up these 4 tools. Let's see what they came up with. So AMZ Scout said 499 units. So pretty close, just about 10 off, just under the actual number. So next we have Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout said 562 units sold. So it's a little bit high, but I mean, it's pretty close still. Nothing where I'd be like, all right, I'm not going to use this tool. Next we have Viral Launch, which says 446. So slightly lower than the actual numbers, which personally I'd rather have slightly lower than slightly higher for most of these tools, because I'd rather choose a product that's not selling, that I think is selling less than I think is selling too much, if that makes sense. And lastly, we have Unicorn Smasher, which came in at 1,424 units. Yikes. So that's about 1,000 units over. It's about 3 times when the actual is 509 units. So that is the first product category. That's the home. Kind of what I thought so far is, honestly, I've used most of these and I've compared them before a while ago. And what I normally tend to see happen is AMZ Scout is usually slightly under, Viral Launch is usually a little more under, and then Jungle Scout is usually a little bit higher. But you'll see, I showed, so this product I have 509 units, that sells decently well. Now, I did choose other products. I chose a product in here that sells very little, one of my bad products, so you guys can see the low lows and the high highs. So next category, product number 2, is in the baby category. So a pretty competitive category along with home, probably a little less than home. So let's see how these tools do. So the actual sales are 360 units. So actual sales for the last 30 days, 360 units. So AMZ Scout pulled up 331 units. So about 29 units. So not bad. If you look at that percentage-wise, that's pretty low. Jungle Scout said 397 units. So again, we see AMZ Scout a little under. We see Jungle Scout slightly over. And Viral Launch said 369. So they are slightly over again. Last time they were slightly under. So all pretty close. And then Unicorn Smasher did get close on this one. They put 326 units when the actual was 360. So not bad at all. Most of them are pretty accurate in this category. I mean, within The majority of them are within 10%, which I do not think is bad at all for something that is an algorithm that's guessing something. So you have to remember, none of these are ever exact, and you do have to cross-reference it. I'll talk to you about how numbers can be skewed at the very end. So let's jump into product number 3. So number 3 is in the outdoors category. Another pretty competitive category. Now, this is one of my products that is doing terrible. So the actual sales on this product for myself are 141 units a month. So for the last 30 days, 141 units. So AMZ Scout pulled up 128 units. So again, pretty close. Was that 13 off? A little under, just like we've seen. Jungle Scout said 270. So this could be the category here. This could be the lower amount of sales. Jungle Scout is overestimating this one by about 130, so it's almost doubling it. Next, we have Viral Launch coming in at 177, so slightly over, like we've seen with them on most of these products. And then we have Unicorn Smasher coming in at 106 units, when the actual is 141. So pretty close on most of these. Again, Unicorn Smasher a little bit lower than the rest. Jungle Scout a lot higher on this one than the other. Again, it could be the low sales, something to watch out for. A lot of times, certain categories with these product tools, the algorithm, they'll have, some of these tools will have low lows and high highs. And some of them, when you get to crazy numbers that are either very low or very high, like if you're looking at something that's 30 units a month or 1,000 units a month, they'll stay right in the middle. So they'll still be super under or super over because they don't have as much of that curve where they're more centered in the middle. So the last product number 4, is in a smaller category. This is in the arts and crafts category. So the actual sales here are 438 units a month. So AMZ Scout said 401. Again, pretty close, slightly under. Jungle Scout said 498. A little bit over 60 units, nothing too bad there. Viral Launch, weirdly enough, said 114 units. I'm not sure why on this one, but a lot lower there. And then Unicorn Smasher said 490, so pretty close there as well. So with this, you can see different categories. So the competitive, the less competitive, the higher sales, the lower sales, and you can see kind of how these tools stack up. So overall, comparing AMZ Scout, Jungle Scout, Viral Launch, Unicorn Smasher. First off, I would not use Unicorn Smasher. It's free for a reason. I've said that for the last year or two. Jungle Scout and Viral Launch have kind of ups and downs. They had very crazy numbers on some, but were, for the most part, pretty accurate. These are tools I would be comfortable using. AMZ Scout seemed the most accurate, in my opinion, on this one. They were usually within 10% on most of them. So you really, all these tools are great. I've used them all. I don't think any of them are terrible, maybe Unicorn Smasher. But you guys can't go wrong with these tools. I personally use multiple at a time. Right now, I'm using AMZ Scout, and that's what I've been liking. Sometimes I switch around. Sometimes I use multiple. It really depends. Now, one thing you guys have to keep in mind when doing product research, looking at these numbers, is they can be skewed. So if someone is running tons of ads, or if someone has just given away a bunch of their product and is a new listing, it's going to look like they have a lot of sales. So keep this in mind. These are averages based off of 30 days. So let's say I've been selling for 10 days. What if I gave away 30 units a day for 10 days? It's going to look like I sold 30 units a day for an entire month. So it's going to say I'm selling 900 units each month, when in reality I've been selling for 10 days and I just gave away a bunch of product, or have been running heavy ads in order to try and rank that product. So you have to keep that in mind, looking at kind of the trends of the entire niche and then certain products and how long they've been selling, and try and figure out where they're getting that traffic from and seeing if the numbers are actually. Keep that in mind when you're doing product research. Now, I'll leave links to all these tools down in the description. Yes, they're affiliate links. Some of them I have coupon codes for it. So if you guys do want to use those, if you want to check them out, I'll leave a link in the description and I'll pin a comment with each of those links and the coupon code if I have one for you guys. So that's going to be all for this video. I hope you guys learned something here. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.